Watch all your MIAA lacrosse action here on ilacrosse television. Thanks for clicking in.
Out some of the stands here as the section 2 below us to our right cleared out from the snow, and we're getting ready to go for this one. The first quarter is brought to you by BAE Systems, worldwide strategic partner of the USO and proud sponsor of Navy Lacrosse. Let's give you the starting lineups. First for the Greyhounds of Loyola. Starting on attack, number 16, Cooper McDonnell, 5'11", senior from Darien, Connecticut. And from Darien High School, 30 goals on the season last year for him leading the Greyhounds. Colin Federty, the 6'5" senior from Garden City, New York. Transfer from Duke, 24 goals, 13 assists. And Matt Langen, 5'7" senior from Madison, New Jersey, 5'7" junior, 9 goals and 4 assists. New midfield, but they do have experience for Loyola. Chris Basler, a 6'1" junior from Seaford, New York, 2 goals and 10 assists. That's third best on the team last year. Local product, Eric Lusby, 6' junior from Smyrna Park, Maryland, 5th on the team with 11 goals. And Stephen Murray, 6'3" junior from Earlysville, Virginia, 3 goals last year. Defensively, co-captain, preseason honorable mention All-American Steve Lane, a senior from Downingtown, Pennsylvania, will start. Alongside him, it will be senior Kyle Cottrell from Glen Elg High School, and Nick DeSimile, a 6'2" junior from Massapequa, and Jake Haglin will start in goal, 5'9" junior from Harvard Grayson Boys Latin, 7-4 of the season last year, 7.93 goals against average, and a save percentage at 52%. Schiavone out to face off. We'll give you the mid-starters in a second. Battle to go against him on the face-off, and Schiavone able to win the ground ball and then lose it as he was knocked back into his own end. Loose ball at the top of the box, and it's picked up by the Greyhounds, and back to Haglin for Loyola to have it on the first offensive possession. Mids, Warner, Paul, and Connors will start on attack. Nick Davis, Patrick Moran, and Joe Lennon at the midfield. Ian Crumley will make his second start. Michael Hirsch and Matt Vernum defensively for the mids. And R.J. Wickham had a good game last week against VMI with 12 saves, back in goal for the midshipmen. Loyola on attack to start. Matt Langen works it around the perimeter, back towards midfield to Eric Lusby. Lusby will attack there, quickly gets it back to Basler. Basler, number 3 for the Greyhounds, coming into the zone. Gets it inside to Lusby, who got positioning, but the pass was off the mark, and it's picked off there by Michael Hirsch. And Navy now with the turnover. Hirsch gets it back to Wickham in the cage, and Nick Davis across midfield for the midshipmen. And Davis moving closer and now into the offensive end. So Lusby had a good look inside. He got positioning, but the pass a little bit off the mark. And now the mids on attack. Tim Paul back on the near side for Navy. Nick Davis at the near side point with possession. Paul behind the cage. Andy Warner there, and Paul will go back to the point to Davis on the near side. Patrick Moran onto the field for the midshipmen as the first midfield set. Davis 2 goals last week, season and career high for him. Moran behind to Warner, back near side to Joe Lennon. Lennon back towards midfield to Davis, now on the right side to Moran. Moran down the right alley, takes a goal line, extended back behind to Warner. Warner looks out front, pass off the mark, back towards midfield. The battle for the loose ball, and it's picked up by Loyola. And a pass just behind the intended recipient there, Finnerty. And a turnover by Loyola, and back comes the mids across midfield. Ian Crumley trying to save it on the far sideline. He bats it towards the offensive end, and Andy Warner picks up the ground ball. 12:30 to go here in the first quarter, still no scoring. Nick Davis back towards midfield. Transition opportunity that time for the Greyhounds, but unable to connect on the couple of passes and maybe some early season jitters for the Greyhounds, who had a couple good opportunities, just couldn't connect on the passes. Davis with a split dodge to his left, puts on the brakes, middle of the field, gets it back to Moran. On the far side, now back near side, Warner goal line extended in front. Shot and a goal for the midshipman. Brendan Connors, who did not score last week, on the doorstep inside, puts it away. The midshipmen take a 1-0 lead. Connors from Warner, and the midshipmen take the lead 1-0. Warner's first assist of the season. Connors' his first goal of the season. Battle out to go against Schiavone. Ground ball picked off the wing by Ebsery for the Greyhounds. Ebsery, one of the top short stick ground ball gainers last year for the Greyhounds. Gets it to McDonnell. And Loyola, 2 for 2 on the faceoff so far. Chris Hurst. Near side, McDonnell. Langen back to McDonnell. So Connors is first from Warner. Midshipmen lead it 1-0, 11:15 to go in the first quarter. Hurst brings it back near side. Now Hurst steps into one off the stick as he tried to get the pass from the wing. Pass to Ebsery was off the mark. McDonnell behind to Langen. Finnerty on the far side. David Butts, part of this second midfield for Loyola. McDonnell. Langen from behind. Tries to bring it back near side. Nothing there. Gives it back. Nice pressure D by the mids. McDonnell comes off inside. Shoots it up high and gets the goal. Cooper McDonnell, the leading scorer last year for Loyola, gets the first goal this afternoon for the Greyhounds. McDonnell from Langen, and we're tied at 1. Fantastic finish by McDonnell as he turned the corner, went off the crossbar and bounced in. Perfectly placed shot, just getting past Wickham, and we're tied at 1. Schiavone called for procedure, and the mids get the face-off win. Connors behind to Warner's, the midfield swap for the mids. We'll see the second midfield. Durazzo, Striffler, and Doyle. Both the second and third midfield. Very productive last week against the Keydets. Tim Paul, the senior from Loyola. High school, that is. Here's Striffler. Goal line extended. Mids with the white jerseys and the gold pants, gold helmets today. Loyola all in the green, trimmed in white with white helmets. Navy attacks right to left. Doyle. On top, Striffler coming off the screen. Durazzo fires it just wide. Backed up by Andy Warner. Well, Durazzo, who got a goal and an assist last week, coming off the screen, puts one just wide. Warner lost possession behind the cage. It goes right to Hagelin's crease, and Hagelin's there to pick it up for the Greyhounds. Now Steve Lane on the far side, back to Hagelin. Cottrell, the senior from Glenelg High School. 20 seconds to get it over, and Payne does. .8:55 to go in the first quarter, tied at 1. Langen gives it up to McDonnell. Second year in a row, McDonnell's led the Greyhounds in goals. Head coach Charlie Toomey, former assistant here at the Naval Academy. His 5th season in charge of the Greyhounds. Stephen Murray, McDonnell, Langen, and now Finnerty on the far side. Back towards midfield to Murray. Murray, a prolific goal scorer in high school in Virginia. McDonnell finds Langen. He'll attack from behind. Langdon takes a goal line extended on the far side. Nothing there. Navy really shutting everything off inside. Here's Lusby. An attack from the midfield. Former Maryland High School Player of the Year. And he sails the pass back towards midfield. And it's a turnover by the Greyhounds. Well, the simple pass just has not been working for Loyola this afternoon. They had a couple of great opportunities on their first 2 possessions to get some good looks in front of the cage. And they just threw it away. And that time, Lusby really unforced, just sails one as he was trying to get it back towards midfield.